We begin your journey from when you're conceived. Where your life goes from there, you will never believe. You won the world's most important race, but now there's a challenge that you have to face. A competitive sperm is invading your egg. Start mashing the X key to prevent this plague. You could not overpower the second-place seed, so you incubate together into a whole different breed. Half man, half woman, fused at the waist. What a strange creature this doctor embraced. Now at the nursery you rest in your bed. Your ma and pa watch from a distance with dread. Try to look cute, you say in your mind. I should wiggle around so I won't be declined. Well, you didn't move much and your crib's pretty calm. The nurse does her rounds and squeezes your palm. You're cold to the touch. Your chest is not rising. Death snagged you so young. A fate most surprising. The doctor has said the mutation was rare. Your life expectancy was pretty unfair. Take a few seconds. Reflect your result. Now, relive your life from sperm to adult. A competitive sperm is invading your egg. Start mashing the X key to prevent this plague. You didn't resist, not much of a fight. The new sperm came in and the old left outright. You were born a little girl, cute as can be. You learned all the basics by the time that you're 3. You play in a daycare where you spot some cool toys. There were only 2 free, the rest hogged by the boys. The toy that you chose you should have picked quicker. Another girl grabbed it, which inspired a bicker. Words turned to punches and punches to bites. You grew up quite different thanks to all of these fights. You find strong enjoyment in the pain felt by others. Your gothic appearance is worrying your mother. You live on your own where you practice dark arts, voodoo and witchcraft. Pictures and darts. You target a man with a wealthy estate. You craft up a doll that will control his fate. You strike a small pin right through the doll's heart. The accidental jab was a mistake on your part. There's a knock at the door, but you're afraid to open. It's the man you just cursed. The doll must be broken. He expresses his love with chocolates and flowers. He was quite the romantic with influential powers. You take up the chance to wed such a catch. An extremely wealthy man must be your match. You live your whole life wealthy and pampered. The result's all because of that life that you've tampered. Take a few seconds. Reflect your result. Now relive your life from sperm to adult. The toy you craft up a doll that will control his fate. You enjoy a good laugh, so you decided it'd be funny if you gave the rich man a run for his money. You did. There were only 2 free, the rest hogged by the boys. You grab up the toy and flaunt it around. All the girls grow envious, even the boys turn around. You grow up so popular, surrounded by peers, you don't have time for modesty or fears. You drive an entourage around the big city in a bedazzled convertible that you find so pretty. You spot a lost dog on the side of the road. Of course you want it. That's part of girl code. He's tiny enough to fit in your purse. He needs to love you, so gently pet to coerce. It seems not everything loves you on sight. Your sight specifically was lost with a bite. The dog attacked you, and now you are blind. It might be because you touched his behind. Without any vision, your hearing is keen. You can see with your ears, and you're no longer a teen. In fact, you're a mole for U.S. intelligence. You're preventing a lot of potential malevolence. On a mission in Cuba, you hear dangerous talk. A secret alliance led by a rock. Your cover is blown when an assassin gives chase. You're running while blind, so your ears are your grace. Your ears couldn't save you. As you slip, trip, and fall, the man catches up as you're stopped by a wall. The info you heard was too important to leak. They sealed your mouth shut, so you can no longer speak. What followed was horrible, mutually assured destruction. The world was a wasteland of broken construction. You witnessed in horror the results of insanity. Your actions have led to the end of humanity. Take a few seconds. Reflect your result. Now, relive your life from sperm to adult. Your cover is blown when an assassin gives chase. You're running while blind, so your ears are your grace. Your ears couldn't save you. Your cover is blown when an assassin gives chase. You're running while blind, so your ears are your grace. Your trusty ears have led you to safety. You report the information and the response was hasty. All threats were nullified and humanity was saved. You played a key part by being so brave. Now you've become a national hero, a true inspiration to those seeing zero. A proud life you've lived, protecting the nation. Humanity is thankful for your timely creation. Take a few seconds, reflect your result. Now relive your life from sperm to adult. You grab so gently pet to coerce. You so gently pet to coerce. Just like the rest of your perfect existence, the puppy loves you and shows no resistance. Your iconic appearance is culturally flawless, a human Barbie doll. Your mindset is lawless. A photographer spots you and likes your attitude. I've never seen beauty quite of this magnitude. You have become a worldly sensation as your perfection exceeds the walls of the nation. Take a few seconds, reflect your result. Now relive your life from sperm to adult. A competitive sperm is invading your egg. Start mashing the X key to prevent this plague. Try to look cute, you say in your mind. I should wiggle around so I won't be declined. Well, you could try to look cute, you say in your mind. I should wiggle around so I won't be declined. Look at that thing. It's gross and absurd. It's flailing around like an epileptic bird. Apparently wiggling was not a good choice. Your parents have left you without even hearing your voice. You grow up an orphan, age 10 as of yet. Your only friend is the other half of your set. You seem to attract most unwanted attention, and your sister's rude comments do not ease the tension. A crowd surrounds you, and a bully approaches. You've only got one shot. Make him sleep with the roaches.
Wow, nice left hook,
said Orphan 1 with awe. Orphan 2 added,
his name's Power Paw.
For once, you have respect, and what you call friends. You take it for granted, as your sanity descends. Your coverage and press is usually quite evil. A supervillain, you see, is prone to upheaval. Your arch nemesis, a man who loves fries, is the great hero nicknamed Thunder Thighs. Give it up, Power Paw, said the large-calfed Samaritan. My cellulite levels are nothing short of American. He charges towards you with a powerful attack. His footsteps were so harsh, even the concrete would crack. Suck in some power and prepare for a blast. He's running with gusto, so please make it fast. As you suck all the air from Salem to Seoul, Thunder Thighs' meaty leg meets your sis in the skull. You slurp up your sister, mid-inhalation. You're a self-consumed donut with a four-armed mutation. As you gather momentum and roll down the street, there's nothing to stop you from feeling defeat. Your back is now broken. Your bones have now shattered. The pavement has skid marks and is now jelly splattered. You spent all your days as a cruel evildoer, and now you have died alongside a sewer. Take a few seconds. Reflect your result. Now relive your life from sperm to adult.
Wow!
He charges towards you with a powerful attack. His footsteps were so harsh, even the concrete would crack. Suck in some power and prepare for a blast. He's running with gusto, so please make it fast. As the stomping approaches, you suck in a gust. You clench your lower cheeks and pull back with a thrust. With your gut full of wind and a forceful discharge, Thunder Thigh's meaty legs seem a whole lot less large. A monument was built where Thunder Thighs once stood. You don't want to see it, so you rid it for good. Or for bad, we might say, for the city's now shady. You're the big bad boss, and your sis the first lady. As you rule this vast land, you look down in disgust. In your eyes, you are perfect. It's those bipeds you distrust. So, you hire a squad to copy your genes and evolve the whole world through involuntary means. You've come a long way from conjoined and forsaken. Your actions determined this path that you've taken. Take a few seconds, reflect your result. Now relive your life from sperm to adult. Look at that. A crowd surrounds you, and a bully approaches. You've only got one shot. Make him sleep with the roaches.
That was a pretty weak punch.
The mean bully scoffs.
Now see real toughness as I knock your socks off.
The crowd moved in, and you felt true pain. It haunts your whole life as it goes down the drain. 30 years old, eating meals from the dumps, surviving off scraps and mysterious food clumps. Strolling an alley behind an old church, your luck picks up on your final search. A scratch-off is found. Winner gets 60 grand? It's a half-and-half chance, but your luck, pretty damned. You jump with joy, all four hands in the air. You scream and shout as if the whole world should care. 60 grand? What? You start to proclaim. I just won money I can spend in my name. But lurking behind you with hemorrhaging blisters, a rose with 3 blades. Look at that. A crowd surrounds you, and a bully approaches. You've only got one shot. Make him sleep with the roaches. You want to start swinging, to give a strong punch. But your sister's so stubborn, she holds back the hunch. She stares at the bully with that blank face of hers. Then suddenly her lips pucker, and magic occurs. The bully cries, "Gross!" His tough cover blown. Your sister, rejected, feels forever alone. Now, it's a half-and-half chance, but your luck, pretty damned. You live in a dumpster. Your failure prevails. And now you have scratch-off dust under your nails. Your head's in the dumps and you nearly concede. You get on all fours like a strange quadruped. But something feels different, like gravity's awry. All of a sudden, you feel you can fly. You ascend to the sky. You examine your fingers. Aha! No wonder magic scratch-off dust lingers. You use your abilities to travel the earth. You visit nice places like London and Perth. You've come a long way. From conjoined and forsaken, your actions determine this path that you've taken. Take a few seconds, reflect your results, now relive your life from sperm to adult. Look at you. Try to look cute, you say in your mind. I should wiggle around so I won't be declined. I suppose we should keep him. Or, is it a she?
Whatever it is, together we'll be.
You handled that well, wormed your way to their hearts. They take you on home where your double life starts. Day after day on your public school journey, you're teased and bullied until you leave on a gurney. You're back in the hospital, age 10 about now. Your parents arrive and make you a vow.
We want you to be happy,
Ma said with choked tears. Pa was just gawking at the cute volunteers. Proposed was a surgery that involved a deep cut. You wanted this, so the case seems open and shut. In walks the surgeon, scalpel in hand. Let's hope this procedure goes exactly as planned. The cut was quite clean, a successful endeavor. You and your sister have never been better.
Hey, do you want robot legs?
Asked the good doctor. He was obviously higher than a helicopter. Your robot legs came soon after the sever. You began playing b-ball. It was really quite clever. On your way to the top of the NBA chain, you don't have the risk of a tear or a sprain. You're a free throw away from winning the title when a phone call arrives that sounds urgent and vital.
Don't miss this shot,
said a creepy low voice.
If you ever want to see your sister rejoice. A large chunk of cash is riding on you, and I'm one fella you don't want to screw.
So it's all down to this, the last free throw shot. Not realistic, I know, but it's all that you've got. You sunk the shot and everyone cheers. Your sister is missing, but you hope she appears. The man calls again.
Nice shot, you big dope. I got all my change, and your sister's got hope.
Indeed, hope and change was behind all the drama. The abductor himself, the cut. So it's all down to this, the last free throw shot. Not realistic, I know, but it's all that you've got. You take the shot, giving it your all. But your all is too much. Your shot? An air ball. Your basketball went high, far out of play, and was caught in the stands by the saint, Tina Fey. Alec Baldwin was with her, a 30 Rock date. You hope they can help, but there's no way they'd relate. You lost. Stop smiling, Alec Baldwin demanded. I thought you were good, but you shot underhanded. But explaining the problem, expressing your plight, they helped find your sister, and the end was in sight. Turns out she was fine, just hugging a ball. Some jerk must have made a mean prank phone call. Baldwin grows quite fond of your sister and you. He asks if you'd like being in comedy, too. Your show runs 8 seasons. You both become stars. You buy a big house, a nice boat, and some cars. You've come a long way from conjoined and forsaken. Your actions determine this path that you've taken. Take a few seconds, reflect your result. Now relive your life from sperm to adult.
I suppose we should keep him.
In walks the surgeon, scalpel in hand. Let's hope this procedure goes exactly as planned. Good news and bad news. I'll tell you the good first. The operation worked well. You two are dispersed. The doctor continued, somehow still employed.
The bad news, he said, is that your face was destroyed.
Mutilated and cut, your face looks quite gross. The anger boils deep while you get more morose. You somehow find love in a boring cliche. You meet a nice blind girl at your local buffet. She likes you for you, no cares for your face. She loves being held in your tall, warm embrace. One day, after coffee, you're walking her home when she crosses the street all on her own. Grab her, quick! She could get hurt bad. This girl is amazing, so you'll be very mad. You didn't snatch her. Look at her go. Hit by 1 car, 2 cars, 3 cars. Oh no! You realize how rare her love was for you. Nothing could replace your lovable boo. Your rage comes alive. Your pupils get charged. In fact, your body gets ripped and enlarged. You pick up the cars that just hit your girl and you launch them afar, watching them twirl. You stomp yourself away, crushing all in your path. You hide in the woods where you lose all the wrath. You're a monster indeed. You can't ever go back. You live alone secretly, fearing an attack. You're simply a freak show, scarred and forsaken. Your actions determine this path you've taken. Take a few seconds. Reflect your result. Now relive your life from sperm to adult. One day, after coffee, you're walking her home when she crosses the street all on her own. Grab her, quick! She could get hurt bad. This girl is amazing, so you'll be very mad. You grab her arm and pull her to safety. Thank goodness your actions were perfectly hasty. She felt the severity of the decisions you made. She gave the most affection she's ever displayed. She owes you her life, so she dedicates to you what seems like an instant. You two are like glue. Marriage soon follows, together forever. You plan to have kids, but it'll happen whenever. You've come a long way, from conjoined and forsaken. Your actions determined the path you've taken. Take a few seconds. Reflect your result. Now relive your life from sperm to adult. In walks the surgeon, scalpel in hand. Let's hope this procedure goes exactly as planned. The decision was rushed, poorly planned and conducted. The end result was not as instructed. Your sister is dead, and your body is stump. The doctor's a dentist? You feel like a chump. You live off self-pity, a hollow shell of a man. Being handicapped and alone was not part of the plan. So, you're asked on TV, where you meet Dr. Phil, who preys on the weak as his career goes downhill. He wants you to speak, to broadcast your story. Be sure not to stumble, or you'll lose all the glory. Whoa, what was that? He wants you to speak, to broadcast your story. Be sure not to stumble, or you'll lose all the glory. Times are tough, but you nail down your line. The whole crowd is in awe, and you're feeling just fine. You continue your story, bringing tears to the eye. Most of it accurate. You don't want to lie. Dr. Phil brought in Oprah, who's with Ellen and Maury. They all praise your courage, and they help write your story. You get to the top, a best-selling author. You sell movie rights to a generous offer. Award-winning role stars Kevin Bacon, Elle Fanning your sister, because Dakota was taken. Now you have fame, and you're pretty darn rich. Your potential is reached, and you've found your niche. You've come a long way, from conjoined and depressed. Your actions determine this path you've addressed. Take a few seconds. Reflect your result. Now relive your life from sperm to adult. A competitive sperm is invading your egg. Start mashing the X key to prevent this plague. Born from the womb, a typical boy, an average life filled with love and joy. One day at age 10, while preparing for school, the bus skips your stop and you look like a fool. Catch up to the bus, you can't let it go. You've got to start running, just don't be too slow. You shouldn't have eaten those Twinkies for dinner. You're so out of shape, you need to be thinner. You stand there alone in the wake of burned gas. Exhausted and tired, you don't want to miss class. A car pulls up beside you with cute girls inside. "Hey, cutie," one said. "Do you need a ride?" You get in the car despite former teaching. Not all people are evil like your parents keep preaching. The girls discuss boys, also makeup and shoes, when you find it necessary to bring up your blues. The car is now silent. You're socially inept. Say something cool quick. You're hard to accept. You charmer, you dog. They just couldn't resist. They both grab your face and then plant you a kiss. But girls being girls, they grow green with envy. They glare at each other. Prepare for a frenzy. "He's mine! I'm prettier!" said girl 1 with a smirk. Girl 2 jumps in. "No, he's mine, you big jerk!" A slap fight ensues, all while you're in motion. The car loses control from all the commotion. The car rolls right off a steep dropping cliff. You all take the leap, and then burn to a crisp. You died with hot girls, at least that's a plus. You got some sweet action all thanks to the bus. Take a few seconds, reflect your result. Now relive your life from sperm to adult. You shouldn't have. Say something cool quick. You're hard to accept. You blew it so bad the girls kicked you out. They point and they scream, they yell and they shout. What they couldn't predict was their lives shortly ending. An airplane silences them when harshly descending. The pilot survives and exits the rubble. You find him your hero and become his trouble. You grow up well under the wing of this man. who teaches you to fly and makes you one of his clan. On your current flight, pretty high in the air, one of your passengers is deep in despair. On one half of the trip, the old man was calm, but now he decides to whip out a bomb. You wrestle the old geezer, bringing him to the floor. Now disarm his explosive, or you'll be really sore. With a tentative cut, the timer stops ticking. The terrorist's rump gets a maximum kicking. The plane starts to dive, and its speed harshly quickens, aimed right at a school filled with bunnies and kittens. You make your way back to the main pilot's seat, the plane so joyous people bow at your feet. Like a boss, you take hold and land the plane nicely. It could have been worse, if not done so precisely. National coverage, your deed was in press. A medal you gain for your noble success. You're remembered a hero for the rest of your days. The result of your actions deserve nothing but praise. Take a few seconds, reflect your results. Now relive your life from sperm to adult. You blew it to whip out a bomb. You wrestle the old geezer, bringing him to the floor. Now disarm his explosive, or you'll be really sore. You reach with your pliers and get ready to snip. Your hands start to shake, and your sweat starts to drip.
Wait,
Calls a voice while you defuse the demon. Bolting down the aisle comes Morgan Freeman.
if you cut that wire, this place gonna blow. Now step aside, son, and watch an old pro.
He snatches your wire cutters and nullifies the threat.
Don't y'all go worrying now. It was really no sweat.
The sound of his voice is so smooth and steady. In fact, it's so soothing, you fell asleep already. The plane has no pilot. It's plummeting fast. Bomb threat or not, the plane's gonna blast. Your life ended quickly while you were still... You blew it so bad, you shouldn't have eaten those Twinkies for dinner. Say something cool quick. You're hard to accept. Your one-liner was good, and the girls eased the tension. They want to hang more, so it was worth a detention. Your confidence starts rising. Your clothes, pretty cool. You get a nice body, but you're kind of a tool. You pop your collar and get some new kicks. You wear 3 pairs of glasses and take duck lip pics. The Chinese tattoo that rests on your arm unintentionally spells out, "I love potato farm." Your image is flawless. Your hair's looking great, but with no personality, you must compensate. With 50-inch rims and a tank full of gas, you cut people off and drive like a jerk. You pompously scoff. Could these losers be lamer? Then you peer through your Oakleys, and your eyes detect Kramer. Yes, Kramer from Seinfeld, with his wispy tall hair. His swagger and presence are doubly rare. Carefully aim a high five to put on a show. Should you miss Kramer's hand, your life will plateau. An unfortunate miss. You're so misaligned that you miss Kramer's hand and spank a behind. It's a shame that you've missed that your hand was averted, because the spanked Heine's owner is rather perverted. Moaned the man. Your one-liner... Yes, Kramer from Seinfeld, with his wispy tall hair. His swagger and presence are doubly rare. Carefully aim a high five to put on a show. Should you miss Kramer's hand, your life will plateau. Such perfect alignment, you connect as you drive. This is the ultimate Velocity 5. As your 2 hands meet, the whole world stands still. The clap can be heard in southern Brazil. And from this perfection, a huge wave emits that cures all disorders, and even pizza face zits. Every hue grows much brighter, like a color crescendo, and everyone gets their own Super Nintendo. Every girl becomes happy and practices yoga, and all of the pencils are Ticonderoga. To top it all off, you have 7 billion friends. You're known as Saint Awesome till the day the world ends. Take a few seconds, reflect your results. Now relive your life from sperm to adult. You should... Born from the... Catch up to the bus. You can't let it go. You've got to start running. Just don't be too slow. You decide to skip school. You're right. Who needs education? Instead, you head off toward a train station. You cross over the tracks and find a cool coin. You pick up the sucker and it begins to conjoin. The coin with your skin, an intense adhesive. Poof! Now a desert? Nothing's cohesive. What's going on? You say to your mind. How did I get here? I'm so misaligned. You hear a small grunt and quickly turn around. There's a man in trouble, lying quietly on the ground. A scorpion is attacking his rough, blistered face. Give him a hand and find a safe place. You aim your foot nicely and punt the little critter. You help the man up, but he seems really bitter. Am I dead? What's going on? The man asked with a panic. He gazed and threw fits, uncontrollably manic. I know who you are. You're me from the past. However you got here, you're not gonna last. You're abducted by yourself. An improbable truth. Blood tests confirmed. You are him, but with youth. Betrayed by yourself. You're sold into science. You're wired and plugged in like a human appliance. You traveled time once, an impossible feat, but your future looks dull and quite incomplete. Take a few seconds. Reflect your result. Now relive your life from sperm to adult. You decide a scorpion is attacking his rough, blistered face. Give him a hand and find a safe place. You could not get it off. Instead, you said, screw it. The guy looks so tough, I'm sure he'll get through it. You get to a city and notice the year. 2030? Isn't that rather queer? How did this happen? You traveled through time. That coin in your skin? Its power's sublime. You master the art of jumping dimensions. You honor the time flow with good intentions. The man who owns time becomes quite the star. Doctor Who, they name you. His life so bizarre. You'll live on forever, saving the world from itself. Your actions have led to your preposterous health. Take a few seconds, reflect your result. Now relive your life from sperm to adult. Born for... Catch up to the bus, you can't let it go. You've got to start running, just don't be too slow. Gasping for breath, you both came to a stop. The bus door squeaked shut and locked with a pop. The characters on board are much older than before. Gross, wrinkly skin and denture cream on the floor. The elders inform you of the bus destination. Florida, my boy, a quaint part of the nation. You instantly panic and start flipping the cup. You stand up to speak. Try not to screw up. You speak super loud. There's no way that you stuttered. The bus skids to a stop due to the words that you've uttered. With the current location being far from your home, Las Vegas, Nevada is the turf that you roam. As you get old, you begin to perform. You become a bear wrestler because bears are so warm. You cuddle your way into the best of the best, but your greatest opponent has no hair on his chest. Rambo the White, bald albino male. His face lacks emotion and his skin pretty pale. This prickly polar has no weakness in sight. Time to take a deep breath and actually put up a fight. Rambo the Tough, the hard and the bold. He beat you pretty good. You're knocked out cold. Upon waking up, you feel somewhat sick, but your clothing is comfy because you're dressed like a chick. The albino is smiling, enjoying his prank. You find yourself dangling and in for a spank. The crowd is in tears from laughing so hard. Your dignity is lost and your memory scarred. The venue was so popular, you're forced to repeat. You spend your whole life performing this feat. You live a full life of embracing sorrow, where you hate waking up to the light of tomorrow. Take a few seconds, reflect your result. Now relive your life from sperm to adult. The bus skid. This prickly polar has no weakness in sight. Time to take a deep breath and actually put up a fight. Rambo is gone, his tongue hanging loose. You have a real knack for painful abuse. A former champion approaches the stage. He congratulates your win because he put down a wage. Out reaches his hand with its own child chorus. You shake the hand of the almighty Chuck Norris. His grip was applied, and lightning bolts fly. Your body ascends and floats to the sky. An explosion of light as you return to the ground. Your body is huge, and your power profound. You join your ranks as one of the gods, where you live for eternity and defy all odds. What a great outcome your actions have had. A never-ending life doesn't sound too bad. Take a few seconds. Reflect your result. Now relive your life from sperm to adult. The butt gasping for... You instantly panic and start flipping the cup. You stand up to speak. Try not to screw up. Your mouth becomes dry. Your pit's getting wet. You can't muster words. You just tremble and sweat. None of these old folks will pay any attention. Just sit down, relax, and help ease the tension. Arriving in Florida, you start a new life. It's 10 years later, and you wish for a wife. You work at SeaWorld with a beautiful dame. She's got a perfect smile and an amazing mane. You try to get close, but your work is intrusive. You'll be a great couple, definitely exclusive. In a desperate effort to ease your loin, you try to trade shifts with the flip of a coin. Heads or tails, dude? You call it, brah, said the eloquent surfer dude who's studying law. Calling for heads? You must be kidding. Tails never fails. A classic forbidding. Say goodbye to love and hello to the fishes, while surfer dude goes on, doing whatever he wishes. Well, joining the dolphins is not really all bad. Unless their teeth are real sharp, then you have a right to be sad. The lack of sunlight makes the water so dark that you mistakenly took a swim with a shark. It was fun at first, playing hide-and-go-seek, but then you're found, which calls for a None of these old... Heads or tails, dude? You call it, brah, said the eloquent surfer dude who's studying law. You call for tails. A smart move on your part. Now surfer dude is forced to depart. You work really close, just like in your dream. Every day you converse, you make a great team. You man yourself up and ask for a date. She gladly accepts, and it goes pretty great. The feeling is mutual. You both like each other. She takes a big leap and introduces her mother. Before you know it, you are both dressed real nice, surrounded by flowers and pelted with rice. A life worth noting, an honest success. Your actions were great, and you had a good guess. Take a few seconds, reflect your result. Now relive your life from sperm to adult. Not gasping. You instantly panic and start flipping the cup. You stand up to speak. Try not to screw up. You couldn't confront this. You just need it out. You jump out the window, tuck and roll in a drought. Now you're in the desert. Not a smart move. You learn to survive, and you strongly improve. You grow up rather tough, a wilderness explorer. You revisit the desert to relive your first horror. Then, one great morning, upon waking up, you freeze in your place, staring death real close up. A scorpion is perching right on your face. Breathe slowly and calmly, and it'll give you some space. Your breathing is calm and yet still a shock when a foot kicks the critter straight into a rock. You look up and squint at the dark silhouette. It's you from the past, an impossible duet. How did I get here? Questioned little you. You both were scared, and you both had no clue. You thought of a plan which could better your life, betraying yourself, a true backstab knife. You abduct you, Junior, and bring him to science. Blood tests confirm an organic alliance. You sell the anomaly for a substantially large sum. You buy a nice house and stop being a bum. Your enjoyment is high, but your karma is bare. Your actions are bad, and you really don't care. Take a few seconds. Reflect your result. Now relive your life from sperm to adult. You couldn't A scorpion is perching right on your face. Breathe slowly and calmly, and it'll give you some space. You startle the critter, and he quickly responds, injecting your face with all of hell's bonds. You hallucinate for a while, seeing yourself as a child. You must be disappointed, your life was too wild. You stumble and jitter, mumbling all types of junk, symptoms of those who are moderately drunk. Eventually you stop. In general, you're still. Your time has run out. Time paid life's bill. An unfortunate turn your life seemed to take. You're much more cautious when you're wide awake. Take a few seconds. Reflect your result. Now relive your life from sperm to adult.